Hi, this is Camille from my Junk Journal Heaven. I had a video where I made these two things, and when I went to edit it, it was messed up. So I'm going to do them again, but I wanted to show you what I did. These are, of course, junk mail envelopes with windows, and I like to put something back there so when you take out the tag, it looks good. The tag is just a piece of paper with index card on the back to make it firmer. And I use scraps to piece around this, which looks pretty good, I think. And I put some pearls and things on it. It's pretty nice. This one I'm going to do different because I think this is too busy. But what it is it's a pocket with a tag that has a tag. And I didn't make a prototype before I made it, so this time when I do it, we'll call it a prototype and see how it turns out. But anyway, I think it got a little bit too busy with all the piecing, so I'm going to try and do it a little bit different this time. But I still like it, and I'm still going to use it. And I put tabs up here on the top. They match so well you can't tell. Excuse me. There's something blooming outside. Or else not blooming. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so what you need is a junk journal envelope with a window in it. Now you can have it any size you want. This one I have is, I think I cut it to 7 inches or 6.5. It's 6.5 inches long, and it's cut down to 4 wide. You can do whatever you want. I pre-cut my strips for this because I didn't want to take the time to be cutting them. And they're all from the same paper. This time, instead of being collaged, it's all the, well, it'll be collaged, but it's all from the same piece of, the same type of paper. And I'm just going to use some of my glue. This is Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive, it's called. And I like it a lot when it comes out. When it doesn't come out, I'm not too happy. I can't imagine that it would be cold because it's been quite warm today. It's been up to 91 and I keep my house at 74, so it can't be that cold. I want to make sure I get it where I need it the most. And I'm not going to round the corners like the envelope is, so I may put it down a little bit further if it doesn't work right. And this Nuvo glue, yeah, need to move it down just a touch. This Nuvo glue is nice because you can move it a little bit. Where my art glitter glue, when it's down, it's down. And I'm going to move this down a little bit, which means it'll probably be only 6.25 inches high, but that doesn't matter, I don't think. Okay. And I'm going to cut this off right here. This happens to be double-sided paper. I'm not using it double-sided. And I didn't glue this down. Need to glue down the bottom part of my pocket here. And the side. I don't want to glue over there. It needed to be glued under there so it doesn't interfere with the tag. and all the way over here. Okay, I think that will work now. Okay, and I think I will go ahead and put my other bottom piece down here while I'm doing it. And that's going to work just fine. How is everybody? I hope you're all well. There's so many things going on. Bad weather in places. We have had rain intermittently. I laugh because the weather forecast, when you look at it a week ahead, it shows rain all the next week. And then the next week comes and there's no rain, and it doesn't show it anymore. And then we'll get a little bit of rain when it says it's not going to rain. It's really funny. So I don't believe the weather forecasts all the time. I just do whatever. Okay, I am going to trim this off. I could trim it on my trimmer, but I'll just do it with my scissors. Which didn't do a good job, because I'm not that good at cutting it. I should just use the trimmer. Oh well. Yep, use the trimmer. I don't watch the news. My sister keeps me apprised of all the current news that's going on. Oh, that's what I didn't do. I wasn't supposed to glue that down yet. I have to put something pretty back here. Okay. I knew there was some reason I didn't do that. And what I'm going to put is this. I decided this rose would look pretty back there. And I didn't cut it already, so I'm going to mark it and then cut it and then glue it all back together. I knew I was not supposed to glue that yet. I'm going to mark it right there and right there. I don't need it as big as it looks to be. I'll have to use my big trimmer for this because I can semi-control where I cut it. If I can find my pencil mark there. There we go. And where did I mark it to on the bottom? I know I wanted this one. And I know I made a mark. I'm sure I did. Well, we'll just cut it all the way. What the heck? And that's way too wide. What did I do? I don't know what I did. Oh well, we'll recut it. How's that? I want the rose right in the middle of that, only the other way around. I want it to go this way, so I need to cut some off this side and definitely off this side. And we'll cut it right about here. I should be able to see those marks, don't you think? Especially if I don't cut the one off before I cut the other. So I'll cut this way first. And it won't matter if my pencil shows because it'll be glued to the back. And I think I'm going to cut it over just a bit. Now that I get it on here and see where it's going to cut, I don't want it to cut down the middle of the rose. I better double check it. I may be sorry if I don't. Oh, it's gonna... Okay. I want to cut this about right there, because I want most of the rows in the picture, or in the window there. Now I've got scraps. That's okay. I can use those on another one. All right. Let's get this set in here. It looks kind of funny because of the front not being done yet, but all right. That's where I want it. I'm going to mark there and there and there and there. So when I glue it, I know where to put it back. So in the other one, the other video, I told a story about a book I was listening to. I listen to books. Then I can do other things, like waste time playing video games. But anyway, I listen to them when I do work too. And sometimes if I'm making prototypes for these things, then I listen to them and mess around with stuff. But anyway, I was listening to this book. Don't remember the name of it, but it's about a Red Cross nurse. Actually, it's about a couple of them, but the one is the head nurse of this school and Red Cross hospital in Belgium. And it's during World War I when they're being invaded by the Germans. And the German army comes in, and the commandant comes to the hospital and tells this head nurse that they will be bringing in injured prisoners and also injured German soldiers, and they're to treat the Americans, or I guess the Americans weren't in the war yet, but they were to treat the British soldiers as prisoners and keep a good watch over them. And she said, "We don't do that. I'm sorry, but they're not our prisoners. If you want them watched like prisoners, you're going to have to provide guards for them, because we won't do that." So he wasn't very happy with her from the very beginning, of course. And they had many standoffs and things. And then she was contacted by someone from the British, or from the Belgian resistance, and they wanted her to help get GIs out of the area, British soldiers and Belgian soldiers also out of the area when they were stuck behind lines, I guess. So she agreed to do it, and they found a place in the attic and in the basement to hide these guys. And so they were hiding, the nurses were hiding them. And the commandant got suspicious and came in and looked around, and they always got them out just in time. And she kept records, but she kept the records hidden. Anyway, in the end, after many years of this, they caught somebody and probably tortured him, who had been part of the group that had been resisting, and he named her and a bunch of other people as helping. And so they came and arrested her, and probably mostly because the commandant never did like her. But anyway, they had a trial, which was kind of a mock trial. The attorney for her and the other people that were accused had never talked to him. He tried to do what was right and plead their innocence, and that they were only doing what they thought was right, especially her being a nurse and this and that and the other. But they ended up condemning her to death by a firing squad. Now, only one other person there got condemned to death by a firing squad. Some of them got condemned to working in to be in labor for a number of years, and then they were supposed to be condemned to death. But she got condemned to death almost immediately. And the story was she was a good Christian woman, and she prayed and she read her Bible, and that's why she helped these soldiers get out of there, because she felt like that was her duty, her Christian duty. So anyway, the book ended up with after the war, well, she and another man were shot by the firing squad and buried in unmarked graves. And after the war, the British soldiers found her and returned her to Britain, and they had a big funeral for her in the I can't remember if it was St. James Cathedral. Anyway, the big cathedral. I think it's the one where Big Ben is right there. But anyway, they had a big funeral for her and said she was a hero because of what she'd done. And I thought it was a good story. It was very interesting because it was a fictional book, but it's based on a true story. There really was a woman who did this. Okay, this is my tag, and I hope it's going to fit. Yes, it is. And it's going to be, it's 8 inches. Do I want it 8 inches? I don't know whether I wanted a full 8 inches or not. Well, let's cut off a little bit of it. Anyway, it was a good book. It was a good story to listen to. Made you think about what people do and why they do it. And about what being a good Christian, a good person means. If it meant going against people who were trying to take over their country and do things that weren't good, whether that was good or not, makes you think. Makes you think. And I'm sure there's some of this that goes on now in countries that are at war. There's spies and there's people trying to help the ones that need it the most. And well, I don't know why I'm doing this way, because, well, it doesn't matter, I guess. I'm going to glue 2 of these index cards together to stiffen this tag up, because it's not going to go in there very well otherwise. Actually, I could probably only use 1. But I've already got 2 out, so we'll use 2. And I'm going to round the corners on this, I think. I don't think I'm going to make... I may have trouble with this because it's still wet. Nope, not too bad. I guess it depends on which corner it is. So how's everybody doing? I already asked that. I have people that I go to water aerobics with. One of the guys is a bus driver, and so he's back at work. He drives a school bus, I should say, not just a bus, a school bus. We don't have bus service here. I don't think. Somebody said we do, that goes into Huntsville, but I don't know. Haven't heard about it. Haven't ever seen one. Anyway, so he's driving the bus already, and he said last year he had trouble with some of the boys that were 6th graders because they thought they were top of the pile. And this year they'll be 7th graders, which means they'll be at the bottom of the pile. And I think if his area is rural, like where my grandson lives, and everybody rides the same bus, elementary all the way up. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to work on it. Another one, the triple-decker one like I had before, only I'm going to do this one different so it doesn't look quite so busy, I think. And I need, let's see, I don't need that envelope. I want one with a window in it. Here's a big one with a window, a tall one. And I don't know if I need another. What I want to do is this one had a double window, but if you take the middle part out, then you have a single window. So I think this will be my base tag pocket. I'm going to have to open it. Actually, I need to glue it down and then open it. So let's go ahead and glue it down. Ooh, got too much glue on there. Way too much glue. That's going to hold it down really well and ooze out all over everywhere. Oops. Okay, then I'm going to cut it down, cut it open so I can put something in the back of it. And this envelope is, I'll measure it. It is just about 4 inches wide and 5 3/4 tall. And then the next one needs to be, oh, I should have used this one for the base. That's already open. Well, they're too close to the same, so we won't do that. Go ahead and use that one, and I'll save this one for another day and another pocket. And then I want one that's, I've got to have one I can cut down a little bit here. This one's 6 inches. This one's going to be close to 7 inches. Okay. So this one needs to be cut down right about here. That make a good pocket at some point. And I need to cut it down on the sides so it fits. It'll fit into that other one. So I'm going to guesstimate, because the last one has to fit in also. That's all eyeballing it. Oh, and the back of that one came undone. I need to glue that down. I should have done that before I cut it. All right, let's glue that one down. It's so hard to open these envelopes. I don't know how I know they don't lick them. They must use a sponge because they get stuck down really well. And I obviously didn't need glue everywhere I put it on here. So we'll wipe that part off. Wipe this down. And I'm hoping this will fit inside this one. This is the most tedious part of the thing other than collaging the papers. It'll just barely fit. Okay, that'll work because I'll wrap it around so that it doesn't glue that part. Then this one's going to have to be smaller than this one. It's going to get cut just about to the edge of the window. Oops, and I can feel I didn't glue this one down already. Might as well glue it down. Glue it down. Make it work for me. Okay, because a lot of it's going to get cut off. All right, it's going to get cut off here. And on the sides. Really close to the window. I probably should have cut the other one a little bit more, the other side, so I'm going to do that. Pretty small. And I cut it crooked anyway, so good idea to redo it. All right. And I have another small pocket that I can use. Whoops. Or not. I better put the lid back in my glue. Otherwise I'll be in trouble. Maybe I need to turn this one upside down. I don't think it'll stand upside down because it's got the little round jewel on the top. Okay. Now, this is number 1. And what I thought I would do is pretty much what I did on the other one. I thought that this one just had too many pieces. It was just kind of confusing. I wanted you to be able to see all the way to the back, but I want it to be noticeable. So what I think I'm going to do is I am going to cut strips, which means I need my big cutter again. I hate pulling it out. It takes up too much room, but I will do it. I need something in the back of here, so let's see, maybe something from here would work in the back of it. No, and I don't have it open all the way. That's okay. I think I want this to be in the back, so I'm just going to mark it where I want it. Yep. Something like that. And that. And that. Go ahead and cut that before I cut this one. I'll get myself put together here sometime. Okay. Let's see how this works out. And there I have another scrap I can use for something. Okay, that needs to be cut down a little bit more on the top. I'll just cut across the line there and that should do it. I think I can handle that with my scissor disability. There we go, that works. Now I need glue on it. This side's pretty too. I may use that for the outside of the envelope, actually. Okay. Now I have to put it in like this and get it in before it sticks. Come on, go in, go in, go in. Oh, I got glue on it there. Oh well. Now, if I do use this on the outside, I have a piece to go right there already. Except that one I was going to wrap around so that there's room. So, we will use this piece here, and it will wrap around. And I'm going to mark it. And I'm going to score it, because I'm not so hot at folding things that aren't scored. Where's my score tool? There it is. Okay. Now I can fold it. And I'll wrap it around so that it makes it so that this... Whoops. Wrong side. Wrong side, wrong side. There. Boy, and look, that just about fits perfect, doesn't it? I'll have to trim a little teeny bit off the top of that. Wow. That's really good. Wonder if I can use this one this time, if it'll come out enough to do. And I'm going to put it over on this piece. And it is, it's coming out. It just didn't come out enough for the big pieces, that's all. I do like this glue. I'm not sure if I'll get more art glitter glue when I run out or not. I also have reptile glue. I think it's called reptile glue that I had a long time ago and I need to use it up, so. Okay. Whoops. That piece got down there. That's okay. It's going to get covered anyway. Okay. I know this is kind of boring for collage because it's all the same thing going around, but I think when I get all the layers in there, it's going to look better. All right, so that one's done. That's our base. It's going to be our pocket. And then the next thing is going to be the next tag, which is, I think it's this one. And I got to see if it's going to fit. I hope it does because I wrapped it around. It should be okay. Okay, come on. Open up. Uh-oh. It got glued up here. How did it get glued up there? It wasn't supposed to glue up there. Only on the sides. Okay. Let's see if this one will go down in. If not, I'll have to trim it more, which means the next one will have to get trimmed down to nothing. And actually, I think I'll trim a little bit off the bottom so I don't, well, it'll be okay. It will be fine. I'm going to put a clip on this because it doesn't want to stick very well. I'm just going to put a clip on it. Okay, now this one. Need something for the back of this one. And I have all kinds of things here that would work. And I can actually audition. That's going cockeyed there. Let's see, maybe we'll do this side. I think this is all paper that I got at Walmart. I'm pretty sure I got this paper at Walmart. And they probably still have it because they keep the same papers a good portion of the time. I'm going to cut it there and there. Yeah. Yeah, that'll look nice, and it'll look nice behind that pink. That's the whole idea, is that it looks good. It's different. It's different. And then the sides of this one are going to have to wrap around definitely. Don't think I'd use the back of this. Not unless I needed something dark for some reason. Sometimes double-sided papers aren't as pretty on both sides. I hope I'm still in view here. I tend to get out of camera so often. Okay, let's get this one down. I'm going to put it all the way to the bottom. And there we go. I have a suspicion I'm going to have to cut it down a little bit on the sides, because if I wrap it around, that side doesn't look even anyway. And it's not. It's a 1/2 inch at one end and less than that at the other. Yeah. That's not cut even. Or it wasn't. Now it is. Do I need to cut a little bit more off of it? I probably do. In which case I will have to cut the other one just about to the window. The last one, but that can be done also. Okay, it just has to fit inside the other one. And on the edge of this one, I think I'm going to use what am I going to use on the edge of this one? Shall I use this? I used it for a pocket on the other one, for the tag on the other one, but it would work just fine for the edge of this. And I'm going to want to wrap it around, so I want it a little bit wider. It's getting warm in my room. I didn't turn the fan on. I was talking about the bus driver. He said, yeah, the 6th grade boys, most of them are in sports right now, so they're not causing any trouble. But he said, when they get to, now I don't know where I marked it. Oh my goodness, I'll mark it on this side. That'll be better. He said when they get out of sports, when they get through with their sports, they're going to be riding the bus. He'll see how they behave. He said he had one boy on the bus today, and He said, I can behave. So when they got to where he let him and his brother off, the bus driver said, did you behave? And he said, yeah. And his brother said, no. And he said, no, I didn't really. He says, well, I might have to talk to the vice principal tomorrow. I think the kid, it's only been in school, I think they started last Thursday, and he already been to the principal's office and gotten into trouble. So some kids just never learn, you know. I don't know how old this one is. He's not a 6th grader, I don't think. He didn't say he was, but I can't imagine he's too tough on him. He looks like Santa Claus. He's got white hair and a beard. And I'm sure they're all scared to death of him. Of course, maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe they are scared of him. And maybe they should be. He's a lot of fun in aerobics, though. He's funny. He likes to joke a lot, and in a lot of ways he reminds me of my husband. My husband liked to talk and joke a lot. And that's not even. I can tell that already. Why is that not even? Because I went off kilter there. Okay, that'll be better. That's better. And I need one for the top and the bottom. And I'm just going to guesstimate here how much I need because I can trim it. I don't know whether I'll need that again or not. I'm going to put my glue on here. That doesn't look even, but that doesn't mean that the window was cut even either. I guess we'll find out. I'll get this on here. Maybe it was just my eyes. Been trying to take my daughter-in-law out to lunch. I keep telling her every year on her birthday I'm going to take her out to lunch, and her birthday's in February, so we haven't gone out to lunch. I had my knee surgery in March, and she and I were out a lot. She took me, after my sister went home, she took me to my appointments all the time. And to my therapy and my appointments, and we were together a lot, but we never went out to eat because I couldn't sit in a chair straight. Not with my knee. My knee had to be out and up and with ice on it most of the time so it didn't hurt. So now we could actually go out to lunch, and she's working. She got a job at a Dollar Tree or Dollar General. I don't know whether you all have Dollar Generals. We have Dollar General here. It's kind of like a small Walmart. It has just about everything in it that you might want or not want. It even has some fresh fruit and vegetables and a frozen section. It's a little more expensive than Walmart, but you know, it's convenient sometimes just to go in there instead of going. We don't have a whole lot of stores. We have Walmart and another grocery store, and then Dollar Generals. And there's Dollar Generals going probably 8 miles from my house. I passed 3 of them. Or is it only 2? I guess I only passed 2. But they're everywhere. They're just everywhere. And it's easy to just stop in there and grab what you need instead of having to go to the bigger grocery store. So a lot of people do that. I do it. Okay, I'm going to glue this across the bottom. And then I'll trim it and put the other one down the side. Okay, now the big question, does it fit into this one? And the answer is yes, it does. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of the green shows around, which I guess doesn't matter. Well, this one I'm going to cut into a tag shape, but I'm going to wait a minute till I get the last one done. And then I'll cut all of them into, or the 2 tags into the shapes that I want. And this one I'm going to cover with what? I guess we'll use, oh, what do I want to cover it with on the outside? Oh, I think we'll do the other side to cover the outside, and the inside is going to be this piece. So I need to mark where I want to cut this piece. This is probably a little more fiddly than you want to be for a lot of things, but you know, it's kind of fun to have something different, and I like things that are interactive in my junk journals, and this one is definitely going to be interactive. Definitely. And I can't get it. I'm going to have to cut it almost exactly the same size, because otherwise the edges are going to show. Okay. Can I see my marks? Yes, I can. That is just really cockeyed. All right, I think I'm going to glue it and then trim it, because it's a mess everywhere. It's way too long this way. I don't know how I got that mistake, but I did. I just need to decide what I'm going to put at the top of the bottom and the sides. And I actually have this green that's the same thing, only green, and I think that would look pretty on there. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So I'm going to cut a piece, and it's going to have to go all the way around. Oh, this one needs to be covered on the back too, but I'll cover it with a piece of white. I don't want this all the way around. I want something that can be written on, because they're tags. Okay. That'll work for... It's going to be very... Well, maybe what I need to do is do the top part first. And it is about just under 3 inches. So I think I'm going to cut just under 3 inches off of here. I'm going to cut 3. Make sure I have enough. And we'll glue it across. And it's going to wrap around the back also a little bit. It wouldn't matter. I just hope it fits inside the other one. So now we'll see. Here comes the test. Oh, this one got some glue up here at the top also. I don't know how that happens, but it seems to happen. Okay. Oh, look, it fits. Yay. Okay, now I'm going to make the top of these into tag shapes. And what I'm going to do is cut them both at the same time. But first I need to put the lid on that. I don't want it drying out. Don't know whether it dries out, but we don't want it to. And I want the same tag shape on them. So I'm going to do it like that. put it over on this side. Get them even. And do it again. Now these really need to be inked around the top parts because they're white. So I am going to go ahead and ink them. Sorry about that. I'll probably cut this part out, the inking. I thought I might show you this last little bit. I don't remember who it was, but somebody on YouTube said when you're cutting something to fit like this, if you turn your scissors just a little bit slanted like this, then you won't cut into the top piece, you'll just cut the back part off. So that's what I've been doing, if you can see what I'm doing here. On this side I didn't cut at all because I glued it right next to the edge. But if you notice, it cut it pretty good around the edges. And I'm not going to ink the whole thing again. I'm just going to ink this top part where the top of the tag is. And then it's time to decorate. Embellish, whatever we're going to call it. Okay, now this front one. It's all pink and pretty. And I already have some ideas for this one. I'm going to find a girl in here that's pink and pretty. That's not her. And we may end up with a lavender one. Who knows? If I can't find pink. And I don't want a big one, I don't think. No, don't want one that big. There's pink. She's not very big though. Have to put something behind her so we notice her. Now this one's pink with orange. That would show up. But I don't know that I like that. There must be more pink in here somewhere. Looks like all I have is purples. Guess I'm not using enough of the purple, and I love purple. I'm going to have to find some purple girls. Oh, that's the same one I have, isn't it? Nope. It's different. I like this one better. She's a little bit larger. Take up more space. There's one with pink flowers. I might use her on one of the other ones. And here's one with white flowers, and I might use her on one of the other ones. Okay. I'm not going to take all day to decide here. Let me just shuffle through real quick and see if there's anything else I want to use. She's pink with purple. She'd be pretty. Nah. Now that girl's pretty. She'd be pretty on the front of there, wouldn't she? What happened to my other ones? Oh, there they are. Okay, which ones do I want for the other parts? I think I'll take those two. And I may want another one later. I'm going to put my cutter away. I don't need that anymore. And we need other things to go on there. I have these lace pieces that are stickers that might work on something, one of these tag pieces down the side, because I can't put real lace on these. Do I have two that are the same? I do. I have two that are the same. They can go on this one maybe because they're not quite tall enough to go on the last tag. Okay. That works for that. have this big bow. Oh, that came off the outside of something. That would be pretty on there, wouldn't it? I think that goes on that one. And a white doily. I guess that's what we're going to use, is one of the white ones. Since this has pink and white on it, we use one of these, a piece of it. I don't want the whole thing, I just want a piece to kind of go there behind her. What do you think? Am I in camera even? Yep, I think that's good. And I think I'll just cut it in half, or about half. Yeah, that'll work. I think that'll work. I need something else though. Go where your heart takes you. Is that the right color? Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, that works. I'll put that across. Oh, I don't want to put it on there yet. I want to glue down the doily first. Okay. Let's glue the doily. This one's going to go inside of it. And I'm going to try and put these on down the sides of it. I should put them around the bottom too, maybe. I've got another piece that I could cut to put around the bottom. Maybe we'll just frame the frame. I don't know how that's going to work. Let's see. If I cut this, I probably should have figured this out before I started. But I changed my mind in the middle. What can I say? That's me. Changing my mind in the middle. I'm going to bevel it so that I can get the next one on there with it. Okay, now this one I'm going to pre-bevel. Before I start cutting it, or before I start sticking it down. And why doesn't that want to stick down on there at the top? Oh, it's on a little bump and it didn't want to stick there. You might know. Okay, and this one needs to be beveled here. I hope this is going to work. Who knows? But I really can't put lace on these inside. Yeah, then she can be seen through the front window. The idea is to see the layers. Okay. And I need one more thing for her. Okay. And we're going to put this down here, I think. Where do I want to put the number? Oh, let's put it right in the middle here. Right there. It won't be seen from the front one, but that's okay. When it's taken out, it'll be seen. I'm going to have to ink that better around that one. Okay, now this one. This one, I'm going to put this piece on it. And it's vellum. So I'm going to have to use my my Fabri-Tac, and watch out for my fingernails because it will take your polish right off your fingernails. And see, this one, you're not going to pull anything out of there, so we can decorate the heck out of this one. And I may just do that. Just put some things on it. And there, I'm done with that glue. And I didn't ruin my manicure. I don't know that I want that on there or not. Doesn't look bad, does it? Other than the fact that it needs to be cut different. But it doesn't look bad. Oh, I have some here that are pretty. That would look pretty on there. That ticket. Let's do this one. And I believe these came from a kit from Pink Monarch Prints, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like their work. They make pretty things. Oh, or do I want that one? Maybe I want both of them. I think I do. And I need my little teeny scissors here, wherever they went, to trim around this just a little bit better. I did it with my hole punch, but it didn't do such a good job on a couple of them. Then I need to ink them. And that'll cover up all the white that I didn't get cut. Okay, let's put that away. Get carried away with these. It's kind of fun. And the nice thing about these ink sponges is they hold a lot, so you can keep doing things. Okay, let's put this one here. I'll put this one right here in the corner, kind of, and this one's going to kind of go over the top of it on that part. Come on, honey. Come on, glue. Come out. Come out. Come on. You can do this. I left it uncovered for too long. Actually, it's probably just right there at the tip, but we'll see. Nope. It was down in a ways. Okay, there we go. There we go. Which way do I want it? I guess I want it to grow upwards. Grow up instead of down. Okay. Oh, I should have put that one away with the other tickets. All right. Let's see here. Now this goes in here. Let's see how these layers look. I wasn't real happy with the other one because it was too busy. Those girls are right there facing each other. Okay, well, it's probably too late to move this one. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I can move her. And I'm going to put her up here. Or where? Down here? Yeah, and put her down here. Okay. Oh, that wants to get stuck. Now what's it sticking on? Come on, go in. Go in, go in. There we go. Oh, that's better. That's better. And then they'll go in here. And this needs more decoration. You can see all the girls. This I'm going to put something else on. Probably some pearls. I like putting pearls on my things. I've got these pink pearls that I got from Dollar Tree, and I like putting them on things. I think I can put them right across like that. Whoops, right across like that. And then, well, that's not quite right either. And I'm probably going to have to put some glue under those, especially after I pulled them up and put them down. I have some pink flowers. Let's see if we have some flowers we want to put in here, on here, around here, something. Maybe just one. I'm thinking maybe just one up there would work. What do you think? Do I need more than one? If I put two, I have to put three. And I don't know whether I want the darker one or not. I think the light pink looks real pretty on there. Do I want three of them? That one's a little bit different. Yeah, I think I want three of them. These also came from Dollar Tree. My motto, get them while they're there. So I bought a bunch of them. And I came home and found out that some of them were a little bit different, but that's okay too. Now this is going to put bulk into my journal, but I don't think I care. And I will probably put tops on these ribbons or something. Anyway, that one's done. I hope those stick. If not, I'll have to use my Fabri-Tac, and I don't really want to use that unless I absolutely have to.